All right, today's discussion centers on our how to evaluate functions, and we're going to be plugging things in. Yesterday we plugged in numbers. The new thing we're going to learn how to do today is we're going to plug in things other than numbers. All right, but let's recap what happened yesterday. So we have an equation, we have a function, and then we have to find h at 6. How do we do it? Yeah, all we got to do is just plug it in. So let me write it down. Here we go. You'll understand what I'm doing in a minute, right? All we're going to do is, you see how over here, they replaced the t with a 6. That's all I'm going to do. Plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. So 6 and 6. See? That's all I did. All I did was replace t with 6, and then you solve it. That's going to be the absolute value of 8 plus 3. What's the absolute value of 8 plus 3? 11. And we're done. Oops, we're not done yet, actually. I just want to finish writing this out completely. And so make sure we have good grammar, and then that's done. This type of question is a very common multiple choice question. Not a short answer. I'll show you the short answer ones in a little bit. So we had a great question asked from Carm, saying that, like, is this something that we could possibly check, and how do you do it? Here's how you would check your answer. We're trying to find the value of the function at 6. And so, let's start first with, here's the check, if you wanted to do it. Remember when I told you that when you see this could be rewritten as what? It could be rewritten as a coordinate. And so you basically want to check to see that at 6, if you plug this into the equation, if you plug this into your calculator and graph it, the corresponding value in the range, the corresponding value in the y's is 11. Okay, so let's just do that real fast. Math, number, absolute. X plus 2, you don't have to put the t. X plus 2 is just fine, plus 3. Then you go into your table of values. And we want to scroll down, and yeah, at 6, it's 11. We're good. So here, I'll let you guys complain. You guys can complain on YouTube. Go. Okay. Everybody now can see the abuse I take on a daily basis. Okay. All right. So here we go. So same idea. We just got to plug into things that are more complicated. G at 1, you just plug in right up over here where there's an A. Right? There you go. That's going to be 3 raised to the 3 times 1 is 3 minus 2 is 1. So G at 1 is equal to 3 raised to the first, and that's just, this. End of story. End of story. Guys, let's go again. Ready? Come on. Come on. Let's hear. Oh, boo, right? Chill. Okay. All right, okay, we got it out of our systems. Let's do this. So right, we got h at -2. What are we going to do? We're going to plug that in. Times 5, and write really neatly. This is -2 minus 1. Yeah, so that's -2 times 5. Now let's take a look at this business. Clean this up first. Clean that up. -2, and 2 minus 1 is what? Thank you. So now we got that, right? So this is h at -2 so far. And so now what is h at -2 in the end? Thank you. That's it. We've also had complaints that we can't hear people in the audience who are asking really great questions. Really yell. Yeah, you can plug these types of questions into the calculator, but that's our discussion for today. Here we go. Watch this. Let's do this, right? Can we plug that into the calculator? Yeah. What about that? Can we plug that into the calculator? Uh-oh. Bill? Can you plug that one into the calculator, buddy? What? Do you think it changes? Do you think it changes how we do the problem, though? It's still the same idea, except that in the end, you're not going to get a numerical answer. You're going to get something that looks like an equation. And that's it. Uh-oh. What do we do? Yep. It's going to be 4t minus 8 minus 5. And I'm just going to keep my colors. I'm going to keep my colors straight, right? Notice how I'm showing out my work. Notice how clearly it's being written down. That's something I'd like you to emulate as well. So the answer is going to be like 4t minus 13. And that's your final answer. That's it. All right. Number 18. Number 18. Big problems. Big problems occur with this one. Let's check it out. We're going to sub in 4 plus t into this one. Ooh, okay. And then we got 2 times 3. And we're just going to sub it in on top. This is the easy part. This is easy. And so we're going to condense this down. So it's going to be 7 plus t. And then what do we do from here? What do we do? Are we done? Do we keep going? Yeah, a lot of people aren't sure whether we should multiply these two or not. And so here's what I want you to do. There are a lot of rules. There are a lot of rules in math, and an alternative to memorizing them is to use the following strategy. Think of a similar problem to try and decide. Think of a similar problem and experiment a little bit. Okay, this is a side note. Let's do 2 times 3 squared. What is 2 times 3 squared? Okay, 2 times 3 squared is 18. That's 2 times 9, that's 18. Now, let's think of another problem. The same problem, except we're going to try what we're thinking about doing, right? Some people want to say that's 2 times 3. And so you'd get 6 squared. What's 6 squared? 36. Now, you know this top one is correct. And you weren't sure about this one. So what are you going to do? You're going to go with the top or you're going to go with the bottom? You go with the top. You go with what you know is correct. If they come out to be the same answer, then the thing you weren't sure about probably almost 90% of the time works. If they don't come out to be the same answer, just stop there. So it turns out that at the end of the day, you're done. That is the final answer to the problem. Good to go? No. No. Okay. Another really great question was asked, and it was that, like, when I was trying to take care of this, the question is why does this become this, right? Why does it become this? Because notice the difference between this example, and let me put up another one for you. 4 plus t, and instead of the plus sign being right there, I'm just going to put the 3 next to it. Then in that particular case, what do? You're going to have to distribute. And so it becomes 12 plus 3t. And so it's those little nuances. Just missing a symbol will change the entire problem. Okay. All right, one more problem. One more problem and we're out of here for today. This is certainly a short answer problem that you could see on your test. This would be worth something like 3 or 4 points if it was on there. So let's take our time at it. Red, green, or blue? What do you think? Blue, blue, blue. I like blue. Okay, here we go. X minus 4 equals, now we're going to sub this in. This is not the hard part. Right? That's not the hard part. Here's where people get all messed up. This exponent right here means there's how many of these terms? This means that there are 3 of these terms being multiplied. So here's really what you have. Oh, now that is going to be, there is no easy way around this. That is going to be a lot of work. So our strategy our strategy for trying to multiply this three-termed item is to multiply the first two and then multiply that by the remaining last term. So let's do this, right? We're going to do this right here. So it becomes x squared, and I'm going to keep things in parentheses just so I remember where I'm at in the problem, minus 8x plus 16. And I just did that real fast, right? Foiling we should be pretty good at that at this point. And also I'm a little stretched thin for time. So that's what happens when you multiply those two out. And then guess what the next step is? Oh yeah, and that is going to be extremely annoying, right? We got to multiply those, and then we have to multiply. 4's got to get a chance to get in there. We can't leave it out. Oh, lots of work, right? Oh, it's complicated, right? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Come on, you want to vent? Let's vent. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible, right? X times, so I'm going to put it in parentheses just to remind myself that I'm doing this now. So it's x times x squared, that's x cubed, minus 8x squared plus 16x. And then we got the 4 going on. 4 times x squared is negative 4 times x squared. So that's going to be negative 4x squared plus 32x minus 64 in parentheses and then minus 5. Ooh, look at all that work. That is some serious work we got going on here. Serious work. Where are we in terms of time? Oh, we got plenty of time. We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, so now I don't just do this for you guys. I literally do this on my paper. I highlight like terms, right? These are alike. These are alike. And this keeps me from making a mistake. So we got x cubed minus 12x squared plus 48x minus 64, and we can release the parenthesis, and then it's like minus 5. So instead of me now writing this all out, what's the final answer? Yep, minus 69. And so let's rewrite what it was originally. So that's p at x minus 4. P at x minus 4. And so at the end of the day, I always do this to help indicate where my answer is in terms of my work, or I try to at least. That's my answer. That's what it looks like. That's amazing. Look how amazing that is. Ah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.